Have you ever experienced this? You're sound asleep in the middle of the night when suddenly a sharp pain seizes your calf, so intense that you're forced to jump out of bed and massage it until it eases. That's a leg cramp, a familiar nightmare for so many people over 60. These sudden spasms don't just bring immediate pain, they rob you of deep sleep, leaving you tired, groggy, and with legs that feel heavy and bound the next morning. Sadly, most older adults assume this is simply the price of aging, that cramps are something unavoidable. But the truth is, that's not entirely the case. Let me tell you the story of Lily, 72, who lives in Texas. She has always loved tending to the flowers in her backyard garden. Every morning, she would spend about half an hour caring for her cherished roses. But recently, that routine was interrupted. Night after night, she was woken 2 or 3 times by excruciating cramps. Sometimes her calves would tighten so severely she couldn't even stretch them out, leaving her in pain and full of worry. The next morning, instead of strolling out to her garden, she'd be stuck sitting and rubbing her legs, waiting for the muscles to calm down. She once thought, "It must just be old age. I'll have to live with it." But when she finally visited her doctor, she learned the cramps weren't simply about aging. Her body was lacking key nutrients.
With just a few changes to her diet and the right foods, her cramps could ease or even disappear. And that's exactly what happened. Within a few months of adjusting her meals, Lily was back in her garden, caring for her roses with ease, no longer haunted by the fear of nighttime cramps. Lily's story reflects the reality of millions of older adults across America. Like cramps are not a lifelong sentence tied to aging. They are your body's way of signaling a need. Your muscles are asking for more nourishment, more care, and the right support. Instead of letting these spasms interrupt your sleep, leaving you frustrated and drained, you can take control and switch off the triggers simply by adjusting your daily diet. Science has shown that certain foods are especially effective at preventing cramps. They work in multiple ways: supplying protein to rebuild muscle, restoring minerals that balance electrolytes, and improving circulation so your muscles receive steady nourishment. These foods aren't exotic, they're right there in your local supermarket. Yet because they seem so ordinary, many people overlook them, never realizing they're actually the golden keys to keeping legs strong, flexible, and free from sudden stabbing pain. In today's video, we'll explore 3 such foods. Each carries its own unique power, and together they form the perfect trio to safeguard your muscles after 60. You'll see why something as simple as a single egg can help your muscles recover quickly, how a banana can chase away nighttime cramps, and why a small handful of nuts can serve as a silent source of energy that keeps your legs steady day after day. This isn't a dry theory. It's a practical solution, one that thousands of seniors have already tried and felt the difference. Just imagine this. What if tonight you could finally sleep through the night without a single cramp disturbing your rest? Tomorrow morning you step out of bed with light, relaxed legs, no tightness, no lingering soreness, ready to enjoy a walk around the neighborhood, tend to your garden, or simply share breakfast with your family without worrying about sudden pain. All of this is entirely possible if you know how to choose the right foods for your body. So what are the 3 foods that can help you achieve this? And how can you blend them effectively into your daily meals? Let's dive in together, because just a few small changes to your diet today can make a big difference for your legs and your quality of life tomorrow. The first food we need to talk about is the egg, a simple, everyday ingredient found in nearly every refrigerator, yet one that carries surprising power when it comes to preventing cramps and protecting muscle health after 60. You may have heard eggs praised as the golden breakfast food or a perfect natural source of protein.
But what most people don't realize is that these little eggs act like silent repair workers, rebuilding muscle strength day by day and helping shield your legs from those painful, unwanted spasms. What makes eggs truly special is their high-quality protein content. After turning 60, the natural loss of muscle, known as sarcopenia, accelerates. Muscles that were once strong and firm begin to shrink, becoming fragile, slower to recover, and more prone to injury. This decline is one of the hidden reasons cramps become more common. When muscles are weak, even something as simple as stepping out of bed or turning in your sleep can trigger a sudden, painful spasm. Eggs are the perfect solution. Just one egg delivers about 6 grams of easily absorbed protein, the exact raw material your body needs to patch up the gaps forming in your muscles. By adding even a single egg to your meal, you're giving your body the chance to repair, strengthen, and build more resilient muscle fibers. But protein is only part of the story. Eggs are also a natural source of vitamin D, a nutrient that most older adults in the U.S. are lacking. Vitamin D works like a key, unlocking the door that allows calcium to enter bones and muscles, helping them contract and relax smoothly and preventing sudden tightening. The problem is, many seniors no longer spend much time in the sun, the richest source of vitamin D. Some prefer staying indoors, while others avoid sunlight due to skin cancer concerns. As a result, vitamin D deficiency is very common after 60, often leading to weak muscles, soreness, and frequent cramps.
A single egg may only provide about 40 IUs of vitamin D, but when combined regularly with milk, salmon, or a supplement, it becomes an essential missing piece in the bigger picture of keeping cramps at bay. Another reason eggs are so valuable for older adults is because of vitamin B12 and choline. You might not think about it often, but B12 acts like the cable wire that carries signals from your brain to your muscles. When that cable is damaged, the signal gets interrupted, leading to twitching, numbness, or even sudden cramps. Unfortunately, people over 60 are at high risk of B12 deficiency since the stomach produces less acid needed to absorb it. On top of that, common medications like metformin for diabetes or acid-producing drugs further deplete B12. This is where eggs step in as a friendly solution. They're easy to digest, rich in B12, and when combined with choline, they help protect the myelin sheath, the insulation around your nerves, much like the plastic covering on electrical wires. This protection keeps nerve signals flowing smoothly, allowing your brain to send clear instructions to your muscles so they can contract and relax properly without the mix-ups that trigger cramps. One common concern among older adults when it comes to eggs is cholesterol. Many worry that eating them regularly will increase their risk of heart disease.
But recent research shows the opposite. Consuming eggs in moderation, around 6 to 7 per week, is perfectly safe for most healthy individuals. In fact, eggs not only pose no harm, but they can also replace less healthy protein sources like red or processed meats, which are the real culprits behind rising cholesterol. So instead of fearing them, seniors can confidently include eggs in their daily meals, as long as they balance their diet with their overall health condition. And for those with higher cholesterol, egg whites are an excellent choice. They provide the protein you need while avoiding the saturated fat. It's also important to emphasize that the timing of when you eat eggs can make a real difference. Starting your morning with a boiled egg or a simple fried egg paired with vegetables and whole grains gives you steady energy, helping to maintain muscle strength throughout the entire day. On the other hand, a light dinner with eggs and vegetables can support overnight muscle recovery, lowering the chances of being awakened by a painful cramp in the middle of the night. Just imagine,
Instead of sitting up in bed, clutching your calf in agony, you could sleep peacefully and wake up refreshed, your legs feeling comfortable and ready for a brand new day.
Of course, as with any food, eggs need to be consumed properly to bring out their full benefits. People with chronic kidney disease should speak with their doctor before increasing protein intake. Those living with diabetes should pair eggs with fiber-rich foods to help stabilize blood sugar levels. But for the majority of older adults, eggs are both a safe and highly effective choice, not only for fighting off cramps, but also for supporting overall health and well-being. In many ways, eggs can be seen as the first building block for stronger muscles after 60. Though they are one of the most familiar and common foods, the strength they provide goes far beyond what most people realize. Each time you place an egg on your plate, you're not just adding energy to your body, you're making a quiet investment in your legs, ensuring they continue to carry you forward without the interruption of painful cramps. And once you truly understand the value of eggs, you'll see that preventing cramps often begins with the simplest habits right there in your own kitchen. The second food is the banana, a fruit so familiar that it often gets overlooked, yet it carries a quiet but powerful ability to switch off cramps steadily and reliably. You can easily pick up a bunch of bananas at any supermarket or corner store, but few realize that each small banana is packed with valuable minerals, especially potassium, magnesium, and vitamin B6, a trio of nutrients that act like an electrolyte shield, protecting your muscles from sudden spasms.
When it comes to the causes of cramps, one of the most common culprits is low potassium. This mineral is essential for maintaining electrolyte balance and transmitting electrical signals from the brain to the muscles. Imagine your body as a house. Potassium is the electricity running through the wires. When the current is steady, the lights shine bright and the appliances run smoothly. But when the current is weak or flickering, the whole house experiences interruptions and flickers. Your muscles are no different. Without enough potassium, they become overly sensitive and prone to misfiring, which leads to painful cramps, especially at night. A medium banana contains about 420 milligrams of potassium, or roughly 12% of your daily need, enough to keep that current flowing smoothly and reliably through your system. But bananas don't stop at potassium. They also provide magnesium, the mineral responsible for helping muscles relax. If potassium is the electricity, magnesium is the switch that allows your muscles to turn on and off smoothly. When magnesium is lacking, it's like a stuck switch. You can turn the muscle on, but not off, causing prolonged tightness and spasms. A single banana offers about 32 milligrams of magnesium, not as much as nuts or leafy greens, but when eaten consistently, those small amounts add up and play an important role in stopping cramps. This is especially valuable for many older adults who often don't get enough magnesium from their diets.
In this way, bananas become a convenient, reliable choice for keeping muscles calm and cramp-free. Bananas are also rich in vitamin B6, a nutrient that doesn't get much attention but plays a vital role in controlling the nervous system and supporting muscle recovery. B6 is involved in producing neurotransmitters, ensuring that messages from the brain to the muscles are clear and uninterrupted. Without enough B6, those signals become scrambled, raising the risk of spasms, tingling, and cramps. On top of that, this vitamin helps form red blood cells, which carry oxygen to your muscles, speeding up their recovery after activity. A single banana provides nearly 30% of your daily vitamin B6 needs, meaning that by simply keeping bananas in your routine, you're actively protecting both your nerves and muscles from hidden disruptions. Another big advantage of bananas is their convenience and versatility. You can eat them straight, blend them into a smoothie with yogurt, slice them over oatmeal, or even bake them lightly into a dessert. For older adults, bananas are soft, easy to chew, easy to digest, and naturally sweet, perfect even for those with dental issues.
They also contain just the right amount of water and carbohydrates, helping to rehydrate the body and provide quick energy, which is especially helpful if cramps are linked to dehydration or low blood sugar.
That said, there are a few things to keep in mind. People with diabetes can still enjoy bananas, but it's best to pair them with fiber-rich foods like oats, nuts, or peanut butter to prevent sudden spikes in blood sugar. Those with kidney disease should check with their doctor before eating too many bananas, since weakened kidneys may struggle to filter out excess potassium. But for most older adults, 1 banana a day is perfectly safe, and 2 a day can be especially helpful if cramps are frequent. And here's something worth trying. Eating a banana 1 to 2 hours before bedtime can significantly reduce nighttime cramps. Potassium and magnesium help relax muscles and balance electrolytes, while the natural carbohydrates encourage the brain to produce serotonin, promoting calmness and deeper sleep. Just imagine, rather than being jolted awake at 2 a.m. by a stiff, painful calf, you can enjoy an uninterrupted night's rest and wake up feeling refreshed with light, comfortable legs. Bananas are the perfect reminder that sometimes the biggest solutions come from the simplest things. A fruit that's inexpensive and easy to find can, with the right daily habit, become your loyal gatekeeper, protecting your muscles from painful cramps. By placing a banana on your breakfast plate or slipping one into your bag for a walk, you're sending a clear message to your body. I'm taking care of you so these legs can stay strong and steady through the years ahead.
The third food on today's list is nuts and seeds. Tiny in size, yet packed with powerful nutrients that are especially helpful for people over 60 dealing with cramps and muscle weakness. If eggs act as the builder that repairs muscle, and bananas serve as the electric current that keeps nerve signals running smoothly, then nuts and seeds are like a backup battery, quietly supplying minerals, healthy fats, and lasting energy to keep your muscles steady both day and night. One of the biggest reasons nuts and seeds are considered close allies of muscle health is their impressive magnesium content. As mentioned earlier, magnesium is the mineral that helps muscles relax after each contraction. Without enough of it, muscles stay tense, prone to spasms, and slower to recover. For adults over 60, magnesium deficiency is fairly common, often due to less variety in the diet or reduced absorption with age. Just a small handful of pumpkin seeds, about 1 ounce, provides around 168 milligrams of magnesium, about 40% of your daily needs. Almonds and cashews aren't far behind, with each offering nearly 20% of what you require. That means with something as simple as eating a handful of nuts each day, you're reinforcing a strong shield against cramps. Beyond magnesium, nuts and seeds also provide potassium, the mineral most often linked to cramp prevention. If bananas are the symbol of potassium, then pistachios are a serious competitor, packing nearly 300 milligrams of potassium in just 1 ounce, 28 grams.
Potassium from nuts helps stabilize electrolytes, keeping your muscles contracting and relaxing smoothly while reducing sudden spasms. Together, magnesium and potassium form the perfect duo. One helps muscles relax, the other keeps contractions steady, working side by side to build a strong defense against cramps. Another strength of nuts and seeds is their healthy fats. Walnuts and flax seeds contain omega-3 fatty acids, which not only protect heart health, but also reduce low-grade inflammation in the muscles. Chronic inflammation makes muscles tire easily, recover more slowly, and become more sensitive to cramps. Meanwhile, almonds and cashews are rich in monounsaturated fats, which improve blood circulation, ensuring oxygen and nutrients are delivered to muscles efficiently. Better circulation means your muscles are nourished continuously, lowering the risk of nighttime stiffness or cramps during activity. On top of magnesium, potassium, and healthy fats, nuts and seeds are also an excellent source of plant-based protein. A handful of almonds can give you about 6 grams of protein, nearly the same as an egg. This protein is essential for repairing muscle fibers that break down during daily activities. For older adults whose muscles naturally weaken with age, regular protein intake is critical to prevent further loss and to maintain leg strength.
Perhaps the greatest advantage of nuts and seeds is how easy they are to add to your daily meals. You can sprinkle chia or flax seeds into your morning yogurt, toss almonds or walnuts into your lunchtime salad, or simply snack on a handful of pumpkin seeds. They're convenient, satisfying, and provide long-lasting energy. And here's a helpful tip. Eating a small portion of nuts before bedtime can help stabilize electrolytes overnight, lowering the risk of painful nighttime cramps. Of course, like any food, nuts and seeds should be eaten the right way. Because they're high in calories, eating too many can lead to weight gain, something most people want to avoid as they get older. The smartest choice is to stick to a small handful, about 1 ounce per day, which equals roughly 20 almonds or 2 tablespoons of pumpkin seeds. It's also best to choose dry roasted nuts without added salt or sugar to avoid excess sodium and unnecessary calories. For those with sensitive digestion, eating too many at once can cause bloating, so it's better to start with a small portion and gradually increase. Some people may worry about nut allergies, but this is fairly uncommon in older adults. If you happen to be in this situation, you can substitute dark leafy greens, whole grains, or legumes to get your magnesium and potassium. The most important thing is to maintain variety in your diet so your body always has enough of the essential minerals needed for healthy muscle function.
Just imagine this. Instead of being jolted awake in the middle of the night by a tight, cramping calf, you drift into a deep, peaceful sleep, your muscles already nourished with magnesium, potassium, and omega-3s from a small handful of nuts before bed. And instead of shuffling stiffly through your first steps in the morning, your legs feel light and flexible, ready to carry you on a refreshing walk through the park. All of that can begin with one simple habit, adding nuts and seeds to your daily meals. And it's this very simplicity that holds such great power. You don't need expensive foods or complicated diets. Just a small handful of nuts is enough to change how your muscles respond, stop sudden cramps, and give you peace of mind each time you lie down to rest. Humble as they are, nuts and seeds carry the little secret that helps older adults keep their legs steady, making the journey of aging lighter, calmer, and more comfortable. We've just gone through 3 foods that may seem simple, yet they can make a remarkable difference in life after 60. From the humble egg, rich in protein, vitamin D, and B12 to help rebuild muscle and keep your nervous system running smoothly, to bananas, a natural source of potassium, magnesium, and vitamin B6 that keep nerve signals steady and muscles contracting in rhythm.
And finally, nuts and seeds, a storehouse of magnesium, potassium, healthy fats, and protein, quietly nourishing your muscles, improving circulation, reducing inflammation, and helping your legs grow stronger with each passing day. The wonderful thing is, you don't have to make big changes or turn to complicated, costly treatments. These 3 foods are familiar, easy to find, affordable, and, most importantly, simple to include in your daily meals. Strong, healthy legs don't come from giant leaps, but from small choices repeated day after day. And it's that steady consistency that becomes the true key to preserving your independence, freedom, and the joy of fully enjoying your later years. So, out of the 3 foods we covered today, which one do you already eat most often? And which one would you like to start adding to your meals tomorrow? Share your answer in the comments because your experiences and stories could inspire so many others. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss the next health tips we share.
Every single subscription is the motivation for us to keep creating valuable content, helping you enjoy your later years with strength, peace, and energy.